It's time to be kind with Marley Q.
Because the time to be kind to ourselves, each other, and the world is now. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Parker. I'm Marley Q, and welcome to episode 14 with Murray Jones. Joining us today all the way from Brisbane, Queensland, Murray Jones is a successful Australian businessman and self-published author who has written a rhyming illustrated book for kids called What If the World Runs Out of Money? This book is meant to resonate with 8-year-olds to 80-year-olds because it's all about valuing the important things in life, or what I like to call the currency of kindness more than the currency of money. Not only did Murray make this time to be kind and write the book, he made it available for free in exchange for making an honorary pledge to do something kind for someone. And he even donated a signed hard copy of the book to give away to one of you listening. That makes Murray our first Aussie PARKer and superhero in our book. So let's listen and welcome him into our kind crew. So welcome to the show. Thank you so much for making the time to be kind. My new friend and Parker, all the way from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Murray, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Marley. Hi, how you going?
I am so excited that you found me through the beautiful internet and my TED Talk, Kindness is Your Superpower. And you took the initiative to look at my website and reach out to me and connect. And I'm just so grateful because we have a very aligned mission and aligned cause. And this book that you wrote, What If the World Runs Out of Money? I know you sent me and one of our Parkers listening a copy. I can't wait to receive it and give it out. So please tell me this story. What is this book about, and how did you get inspired to write it?
Yeah, thanks, Marley. The inspiration came from my youngest daughter. Actually, we were sitting watching the news, all the bad news, the usual bad news, and this is a few years ago actually, and then she asked me, Dad, what if the world runs out of money? So that's really where it started, and I've always liked writing, so I wrote a book, and it's a simple rhyming book about the hypothetical question. What if the world runs out of money? It seems eerily, it's a bit weird at the moment in the weird world we're in at the moment with so much stress around money and etc. But yeah, that was the inspiration for the book, Marley.
What I find interesting is that it's not just a book, right, with this hypothetical question, but you also have set up a website, right? So tell us about that.
Yeah. So I've set up a website called worldwithoutmoney.com.au, and the idea there is that people go onto that site and they make a pledge to do something kind for someone. And it then automatically, obviously, they enter their email address, etc. And then it's an honorary pledge. No one sort of checks to make sure that they're doing it. But obviously, and then it automatically reverts back with a thank you note and a PDF and a flip book, so a soft copy of the book for free.
I think that's so awesome. And how many honorary pledges would you say you've been able to gather?
There are thousands. There are a lot. So, and most of them with all the simple things. I'll help a neighbour. I'll cook for a neighbour. I'll go and see the old lady down the street. I'll, one young girl I remember. There was the earthquakes in Peru. She said, "I'm going to donate my my pocket money for the year to the earthquake fund." One lady, so there are all a lot of simple pledges, but there was one that came through from a lady who owned some land in the Philippines, 10,000 square metres of land, and she donated that to the local community.
Wow.
And last I heard they're raising money to build a school there. So
yeah.
So yeah, it did resonate, and setting up that website was very much, I never wrote the book to make money out of it. I just, wrote it, and then I got about 100 hard copies.
I feel so honored to be receiving one, and one of our kind crew listeners receiving one too, because really what sparked interest, in me when you reached out, not just the title of the book is certainly, a good headline, especially in these times, like you said, but really I talk a lot about the currency of kindness as much or more than we value the currency of money. What a different world we'd live in. So the pledges that people are making on your website, whether they're small, smiling at strangers. I mean, I'm sure, there's a lot of small acts of kindness and big ones, like some of the ones that you shared. I think that what makes the currency of kindness so powerful and what makes it a superpower is that it's limitless, it is abundant, and it's available to everyone, ages, toddler to 100. And just like your book is targeted to a wide demographic and wide age, so is kindness is available, and it will never run out.
It will never run out, and it is amazing. I mean, what such a simple act of kindness can do to someone else's life. It's amazing, really. Often far more powerful than giving something of monetary value. As you say, and it can be as simple as a smile to a stranger. It's a pretty tough world out there at the moment, and there should be more of it. So I suppose this is my small contribution to trying to generate some more kindness in the world.
Well, I thank you. I, created this podcast to spotlight and shine the light on parkers, on people who perform acts of random kindness all over the world in small and in big ways, because it all makes a huge difference. And my friend, writing a book and putting together a website, there's nothing small about that. I could tell you from experience, that is a great big effort. And, I'm so grateful to be able to share it with our Parkers listening. This podcast is all about, uniting people who are performing acts of random kindness around the world and really magnifying our voices and generating more of that currency that I think this world is in desperate need of, way more than they're in need of money.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Hey, Parker, real quick. If you're someone who needs a website, landing pages, email platform, and want it all in one place, then I think you'll love Kajabi as much as I do. It's my new favorite all-in-one business platform to host my online courses and stay engaged with my community. I've got a special 28-day free trial offer so that you can see for yourself how Kajabi can help you. Visit marleyq.com/14 for a direct link to your 28-day free trial today. Marie, thank you so much for sharing your book with us and sharing your heart and your passion. You sound like someone to me who maybe perhaps doesn't normally brag or promote your acts of kindness. Is that an accurate assumption?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't like to make a big deal.
Right. You sound like a very humble person to me, which I honor and I respect dearly. And what I love is how you can be that way and also create a book and a website and a platform for others to share their acts of random kindness. And I'd love to hear, your thoughts on sharing acts of kindness versus keeping them anonymous.
Yeah, well, I think, I guess, the more that people do share their acts of kindness, the work that you do, I was just absolutely blown away with your talk, and the movement that you've created, Marley, is amazing. And I think the more people recognise the benefit, as you said, of kindness as a currency, and the slogan for World Kindness. And I'm actually at Brisbane. He has ambassadors, for World Kindness. So, obviously honorary positions. But the slogan for World Kindness is the courage to be kind, which I think really sums it up. I think we live in a world that's disconnected, and we're all here on the planet together, and we're all. And particularly at the moment, here we are. It just makes you realise how vulnerable we all are, and we're all the one species. We're all here together on this planet, spinning around, all trying to work out, what the hell we're here for. And I just think, the more we can connect through kindness, the better the world will be.
Oh, I so agree. I absolutely agree. Since you listened to my TED Talk and that's what sparked the connection, I'm not sure if you noticed. You'd have to listen pretty carefully right in the beginning with my opening question was, if you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be? And someone from the audience, from the back of the room, said out loud, money.
Yeah.
And I obviously only had, 20
really?
minutes.
Did they? I didn't see that. Yeah.
It's very subtle. And I, kind of went right over it. I smiled though. I smiled because, I only had 20 minutes to deliver this talk. So it wasn't an interactive conversation with the audience, but I did hear him scream out, as a superpower, money. And I smiled because I truly believe that the currency of kindness is the superpower, is the real superpower. And if we were to value that, we would live in a completely different world. We would truly heal mankind.
Completely different world.
Yes. So I always smile when I hear that, and sometimes I get criticized, for, quote unquote, bragging about acts of kindness or encouraging people to share their acts of kindness. And although I was raised to believe that you keep your acts of kindness anonymous, my life has taught me you absolutely have the power to impact so many more people when you have the courage to be kind, when you have the courage to share that, I created BRAG as an acronym to stand for Be Real and Grateful.
Yeah.
So whenever I brag about kindness that either I do, that I've seen, that other people are doing, this whole podcast is to brag about kindness. It really comes from a place of being real and grateful about the power that kindness has to inspire and impact other people. So with that, I brag about you and I brag about your book gladly because I do believe it has a superpower to change the world.
Oh, thanks, Marley. No, I think there's definitely some power in the book, and I think it's really interesting. I've been involved in the sales and marketing my whole life, and I've been pretty successful at it, but you're the guru, kindness, really. You're doing all the work you're doing, and it's just, it's so powerful. Just so powerful, So
yes, I'm definitely no guru. I am definitely a recipient and a testimony for the power of kindness and the power specifically of small acts of kindness. They really truly have the power to impact not just your day and how you're feeling in that moment, but your actions from then on out and ultimately your life. So I am living proof that no act of kindness is ever wasted. And I thank you for your act of kindness of watching my TED Talk and being inspired to not just listen to it, but take another action and an initiative to find me, check out my website, reach out, send me a book, and be on this podcast today. I think that right there is the currency of kindness in action. And I do hope that our Parkers listening are inspired by this interview, are inspired by the opportunity to win your book and go to your website and make a pledge and receive their soft copy as well.
Oh, thank you, Marley. Thank you very much for your time. And it's an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. It's been fantastic talking to you.
Likewise, big virtual hugs all the way. My first friend from Brisbane, Australia. Thank you for joining us.
There you go. My first friend, Miami, Florida. So there you go.
Yay! Awesome.
Thanks, Marley. Thank you very much.
The lesson to reach out to each other is clear. And if the money runs out, there'll be nothing to fear. New thoughts and ideas will replace ways of old, and life as we know it will become pure gold. That was a piece from the final pages of Murray's book. I loved reading it and can't wait to give away a signed hard copy of this precious children's book to one of you listening. To win, all you need to do is join my kind crew and leave a kind review on iTunes to help give our podcast the visibility that it deserves and to further our mission to inspire and ignite kindness worldwide. Make sure to visit marleyq.com/14 for this episode's show notes with direct links to join my kind crew and make your honorary kind pledge today to receive your downloadable copy of the book, What If the World Runs Out of Money? That's marleyq.com/14. Thank you for listening. If you're inspired to make a little more time to be kind, please subscribe, leave a kind review, and share with a friend who would appreciate this podcast too. Thank you for being the spark of kindness. See you next time.